CPR or cardiopulmonary resuscitation is a life-saving technique that is used in many emergencies. And the idea is that anytime a person has anything that stops the heart or the lungs from working, how do you make sure that the person gets back on track? You want to get the person's heart beating again, you want to get the lungs beating again, and you want to prevent the brain from being starved of oxygen for too long. So it means that if a person collapses, you have a golden window of about 4 minutes to do what you need to do. What do you do when a person collapses? All right, so the first thing you want to do is to make sure that you approach the area safely. It doesn't pay us if more than one person gets hurt. Somebody is already down. All right, so it could be that the person had an electric shock. You want to make sure that that area is safe. For example, the person had an electric shock in a pool of water. You don't want to just rush to the person. You yourself can get electrocuted. The next thing you want to do is to check the response of the person. You want to know, is this person breathing? Is the heart beating? So to check for breathing, the first thing you do is to look at the chest wall. So you want to approach the individual who is lying down and look at the chest. Is the chest rising and falling? If someone is breathing, the chest should rise and fall. The next thing is you want to see if the heart is beating. So to do that, you are going to check for what we call the carotid pulse. If you're sitting beside a lady or a guy, and you're a lady or a guy, you can use the person to practice. I want you to feel for the pulse. So there are two major muscles. There's a groove between two muscles. When the person turns away, you're going to see two muscles become prominent. In between those two muscles, use like your 3 first fingers and you should feel a pulse. Press a bit deeply. Don't do the 2 sides at once or the person can faint. You do one side at a time. You should feel a pulse. The thinner the person is, the easier it is. So once you verify that there is no heartbeat and there is no rising and falling of the chest, you can say that person has had a heart attack. Before you touch that person further, call for help. Then the next thing you want to do is to open up the airway. So if the person is wearing a shirt that is tight, you want to open that shirt. You want to make sure that the person has nothing that is constricting his breathing. Now, the other thing you can do to clear the airway, this is the person lying flat. You turn the neck up this way. This maneuver opens up the airway so that air can come in. Now, for the chest compressions, you're going to locate what we call the breastbone. So in between the breast, there is a bone you feel it. You can check your chest now if you want to. There's a bony part in the center of your chest. You go to the lower half of it, put the heel of your hand over that lower part, and put your other hand on top of it to give more pressure. All right? And then you come down hard and fast. And you want to keep up to about 100 compressions per minute. And that's a lot. So you need to do that 30 times. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. So once you've done your 30 compressions, you now want to give 2 rescue breaths. I'm going to skip this step because of COVID. So we have something that we call a mouthpiece that we used to use before. So it looks like this. All right, so you can put this in the person's mouth and breathe into the, to force air into the lungs. So you do that twice. You are supposed to do this until help arrives. It's worth it if you can keep someone alive.